So what the Minister of Finance has said is that in few days or a few months from now, we would have the implementation of the federal government's initiative to conduct crude oil and refined product transactions in Naira. So this is a huge progress from our last conversation. I mean, as at that time, the federal government just halted this initiative, and the conversation we had was about whether or not there was going to be a renegotiation. If indeed there would be a full implementation, for you, how important is this to the petroleum industry?
Yeah, thank you very much, madam. You know, we are just riding on the situation, the trend. You can see what President Donald Trump have done in America. So President Tinubu has just taken a cue by saying, okay, if America, that was the leader of open economy, open market, universality of trade, if that same America now say, oh, they want to protect their own, America first. So the president of Nigeria has just taken a cue, very good cue for that matter, that Nigeria first. So by that extension, you are now saying we have crude, we invested money in producing crude, and we are going to sell crude to our people in Naira. So we can export crude for dollar because we need dollar. But first, Nigeria, we give crude to Nigeria in Naira. So anybody in Nigeria who has refinery that is functional and they allocate crude to him, he pays in Naira. So, and he sells also in Naira. The metrics of the pricing plates and marginal cost and marginal revenue will be an internal matter. But this broad-based policy is very welcome. It's just an alignment with the new spirit of the global environment. Home first. Protect your home first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds right. That sounds very interesting. But you know, if I'm to go by the books, and it's important for me to say that because in Nigeria the books are always perfect, documentation is always fantastic. But you know, we always miss it when it comes to practical implementation of our policies, of our initiatives. So, by the books, the Crude and Refined Product Sales in Naira initiative is not a temporary or time-bound intervention, but a key policy directive designed to support sustainable local refining, bolster energy security, reduce reliance on foreign exchange in the domestic petroleum market. Do you foresee a challenge?
Yes, madam. The weak point for a developing country like ours is that we don't have comparative advantage and competitive advantage in the production of anything. So you have cocoa, you have good soil, but you don't have technology and managerial skill to bring out the food from the soil. You have crude oil, you don't have technology to bring out competitively compared to America or Saudi Arabia or somewhere else. So the only obstacle, the only challenges we are going to have is how we are going to attract more investment to produce more crude so that you will have margin, headroom to allocate crude to for your domestic use, for your energy security at home, while you are maintaining a balance of certain quantum of your daily production of crude that will go to the international market to enable you earn more dollars, which you need is a circle to again service all the productive sector that you are bringing the input, production input from outside, because you need to pay for them in dollar or in euro or in Chinese yuan. So the issue here, the balancing here, that is why some of us are very happy with the recent event. In the last 1 month, you will see that the shape is beginning to crystallize, the changes in NNPC. So we are going to, and then with the new acquisition of ExxonMobil, with the new acquisition of Shell asset by Renaissance, ExxonMobil by Seplat. So you are going to see new drive up in crude production. And once you have increased production in excess of 2 million barrels per day, you will have headroom to allocate crude in Naira to your domestic refineries so as to secure your domestic consumption and market. So then you will have room to export enough to earn dollar to meet your obligations. So at the moment, we are at a crossroad at the moment. It's not very palatable at the moment. It requires a lot of careful management. But it's a transitional issue. It's not something we can achieve in one day. So we need to be patient, but we must get the regulators and the operators to give us a timetable that is transparent of how we are going to transit gradually from 1.6 million barrels thereabout per day to 2 million to 2.5 and to 3 million barrels. So it's neither here nor here, madam, but we have to take the step, and that's why I'm happy with the president. We have taken the step. It's a bold one, but we must support it with a lot of fueling. You know what I mean by fueling, energy and agility.
And
so not just pronouncing the policy and then you now lay back. No. Yeah.